recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivial Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivial Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list? Oh my God.
You're like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
Erin.
I haven't started cooking more, but I have started thinking about cooking more, so I've looked at a lot of recipes for things. Mostly cocktails.
Zahkia.
I'm a very happy evil genius.
Yeah.
And Nick.
For all the listeners out there, if you spend enough money, you can be where I am today.
And the rest of the Trivial Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name's Carmela, and welcome to the Women's History episode.
Yes.
I have, as of this recording, our current foreplay champion, Zahkia Mendoza, with me here today. Hi, Zahkia.
Hi! Oh, foreplay champion. That's so sweet. Considering I was afraid of it for the longest. Thank you.
Yeah, and so far you're doing fantastic. I also have Erin Barkley with me. Hey, Erin.
Hello, I'm not the champion of anything, but I'm happy to be here.
You're the champion. You're my bestie champion. That's what.
Oh,
it
yay.
is.
It's maybe better than foreplay. I don't know.
We have two great guests with us here today, so let's go ahead and meet them. We have Anna Piper. Hi, Anna.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well, and we also have Nicole Griep with us today. How are you today, Nicole?
Hi, Carmela. I'm great.
Great, glad to hear it. Let's get to know you two a little bit better. Anna, we'll start with you. Go ahead and tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
I'm currently from Auburn, Washington. I moved here recently. Like in the last year, moved across the country, lived in Airbnbs, bought a house, and in July, the most exciting thing that's happened in my life is my retina detached in July.
Ooh.
Yeah, I walked around the corner, all of a sudden I saw fireworks in my eyes.
Oh, boy.
And so I had surgery to fix that in July, and that gave me the world's biggest cataract. It was white. I couldn't see out of my left eye until December.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That was are you doing better now?
Yeah, I still don't, I mean, I can see out of I couldn't see the left side of my body from July until December.
Oh,
So
wow.
I can see, it's still kind of blurry.
Okay. Well,
But-
I'm glad we seem to be on an upswing, though.
Yeah, thankfully.
Thankfully. That's good news to hear. Bad news about the first part, good news about the second part.
It's the only time I've been called young in a long time because I'm 50, and apparently that's young for this to happen to you. It usually happens when you're in your 70s.
Yeah, that's a lot to go through. So hopefully 2025 is a better health year for you. That's what we're going to hope for. But I'm glad you're here today, Anna.
Thank you.
Nicole, same questions.
I am originally from Kansas City, Missouri, but right now I live outside of Atlanta in Peachtree Corners. I'm a social worker, and something fun about myself. 2 years ago, I was on the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, cool. Wheel of Fortune is such a fun game. I'm like, how fast can I get the word? Can I get the word in 3 letters? I can do it in 3 letters, right? It's very rare for me to do it in 3 letters, but I try. Well, that's exciting. So that was towards the tail end of Pat's career.
I got to stand right next on the red spot, right next to Pat. So I got to have a lot of banter with him. So that was like a bucket list item for me.
That's
Very
fantastic. Love to hear that. Well, thank you both for being here with us today. Like I said, it is the Women's History episode, so it's all ladies all the time. That's why we've kicked Jonathan out of the studio, and now it's my show.
Mhm.
It's my show now. But we are going to go ahead and start with a Warm It Up, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
Of course, I'm playing the role of Chris today. And my warm up for you guys is the hot sheet, which is something that Billboard will put out occasionally. Billboard Hot 100 Top Female Solo Artists of All Time. This is from 2023. I wanted to get one that was more recent, but unfortunately, it's all behind a paywall, and $150 subscription is not in my trivia budget right now.
Nope.
So I have here a list. This is from 2023. I want you to give me the top 20. This is solo female artists. So we're just looking for a solo name here. I want you to give me someone that's in the top 20. And Nicole, we are going to start with you.
Okay, let's go Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, number 6.
I don't even know why I bothered writing that down.
All right, Anna, what do you got for me?
Oh, geez, I still listen to 80s music. So
That's fine. There's people from all decades on here.
Oh, there are. I don't know. Let's go with Cher.
Let's see here. Where is Cher? Number 16, Cher.
Okay.
Good job.
Nice.
Okay, Zahkia, who do you got for me?
It's so funny. Anna said Cher as I was writing down Cher. I'm going to go with the low hanging fruit and say Queen Bee, Beyonce.
Beyonce, number 12.
12. Ooh.
Yeah, so apparently this is from like some sort of point system, but it's Billboard. Who knows what their point system actually is? But she's number 12 on this list from 2023.
Go and dig into their analytics. Okay.
All right, Erin.
How about Aretha Franklin?
Aretha Franklin, number 8.
Hey.
All right, so we got a clean sweep on that round. So we're going to swing right back around to Nicole.
How about Adele?
Let's see here. Adele is not in the top 20.
Wow.
She's somewhere further down. All right, Anna.
I can't believe Adele is not on this list.
know.
How about Madonna?
Adele's at number 24. Let's see here. Madonna is also not in the top 20. Where's Madonna? This list is kind of garbage, isn't it?
Wow.
She's not in the top 30. That's crazy. Now I want to find her. Sorry, there's 100 names in this list. I'm sorry. Is Madonna not in here at all? Because that would be insane.
Same. Yes.
Plenty of mononyms, but I'm not seeing a Madonna.
How dare they do this to Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone of Bay City,
Right?
Michigan?
This is an attack on Michigan specifically.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see Madonna on here at all, unless I am
Wow.
blind, which is very possible. But I don't see Madonna on this list at all. That's crazy. Okay, well, she's in the top 10 in our hearts. All right, Zahkia.
This is reminding me of VH1's list of 100 greatest women in rock and roll. Madonna was on that list, but there were a couple of war crimes. There are 2 people that they left off, and this was one of them, and she better be on this list. I'm going to say Miss Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, number 1.
Hey!
Oh, yay.
Correcting for the war crimes, but I'm going to talk about Madonna.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, where is Madonna? All right, Erin, who do you have?
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston, number 4.
Yeah.
It does say part of it's based on chart performance, and that still doesn't make sense not to have Madonna somewhere in here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nicole, we're going to go one more round. Back to you.
How about Diana Ross?
Miss Ross the Boss is number 10.
Nice.
Anna.
All right. How about Aretha Franklin?
We already had Aretha Franklin.
Oh. How about Dolly? She's not a rock singer, but
she is a solo artist. Let's see. Where is Dolly? Don't see her in the top 20. Again, personally offended. No, there she is. Number 82.
that's
Wow.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Zahkia.
So I'm going to go with the other war crime that was missing from the 1999 VH1 list and say Celine Dion.
Celine Dion is not in the top 20, but she's number 27. So she is on the list, just not in the top 20.
Okay.
All right. We're going to round it out with Erin. Who do you have?
All right, I'm going through my Rock and Roll Hall of Fame knowledge. How about Missy Elliott?
Not in the top 20. Number 63. But she is on the list. I still can't believe Madonna's not on here. I'm like reading it again and I'm like, did I miss it somewhere? Did they call her something else? So top 20, we did say, oh, sorry. I apologize, Anna.
I was going to say, I didn't
Mariah
think I was
Carey's not
saying-
number one. Madonna's number one.
Oh.
Mariah Carey's number 2. She was above Mariah Carey. I was so confused.
like how she could not be on that list anywhere.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm reading, but because the way that they have it formatted, and I'll show it to you guys later. It's Mariah Carey's picture is there, and it's like right at the very, very top, and it's really easy to miss Madonna's name just sitting on top of her head.
It made no sense that she was not on the list anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. I was like, wow, this list is garbage. Oh, no. But so Madonna's number 1, Mariah's number 2, Janet 3, Whitney Houston. We said Rihanna's number 5, said Taylor, Olivia Newton-John, said Aretha, Katy Perry, Diana Ross, Donna Summer, Beyonce, Brenda Lee, Connie Francis, Barbara Streisand, Cher, Pink, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, and number 20 was Gloria Estefan.
Huh.
How did I forget Lady Gaga?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was going to be my next guess. Miss Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta.
Yeah. But yeah, like, look where, like, she's here, but I was just like looking at Mariah.
Oh, yeah.
Her name was just like right here, little tiny letter. So I'm like, what is this? I should have made it bigger. That probably would have helped, but I wouldn't have been able to see the whole thing. All right. Well, that is your warm it up, Chris. It was a little confusion, but we got there in the end. You guys did pretty well. So good job.
And we got justice for Mother.
Yes, absolutely. I think it was like it was gonna put a damper on the whole event. I was like, what do you mean Madonna's not there? It's like, this is garbage. This is bullshit. What it is. But we saved it. Okay, so today's game is going to be Nicole and Erin versus Anna and Zahkia. I will be your host today, and it is time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness. 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
Your first category and round 1 is Proved Her Right. The remix and video for Please, Please, Please released on Valentine's Day this year, featuring what country music legend singing a duet with Sabrina Carpenter?
Do you want to lock in, Anna?
Yep.
All right, we're locked in.
Anna and Zahkia are locked in. Erin and Nicole, you can talk out loud.
So I knew Sabrina Carpenter does Please, Please, Please.
Me too. Me too.
So can't figure out where to get. Oh, there it is. Country music legend singing a duet with Sabrina Carpenter. Dolly Parton's a country music legend. What was the category?
Proved Her Right.
That sounds like a reference to something that I don't understand.
Me neither. Country music legend. Let's see. Bonnie Raitt. Country is not my expertise.
You want to just say Dolly Parton?
I like your Dolly answer. Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna lock in with a swag of Dolly Parton.
All right, Dolly Parton swag is locked in, and then Zahkia.
We're just talking about keeping up with the latest pop girlies.
Yeah, I have no clue who Sabrina Carpenter is.
The song's incredible.
But the Don't Prove I'm Right, that's from Please, Please, Please. I saw the video earlier this week. It's very cute. They have a cute little edit of the vulgar line in the song. It's Dolly. It's Dolly.
Yay!
Oh, great. Good job, Erin.
It is indeed Dolly Parton. Yeah, the line that Zahkia's talking about. In the original song, it's heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another, so don't embarrass me, mother. Beep, beep. And then for the Dolly, remix, it's don't embarrass me like the others. So
the Kids Bop version is don't embarrass me and my mother.
Oh.
Or something like that.
And the radio edit is Little Sucker.
Little Sucker does not hit at all.
It doesn't. And the reason I say prove to right, so in the original video, there's a guy in the video, Barry Kogan, who's an actor, and was seeing Sabrina Carpenter. Allegedly, they're no longer together because he cheated on her, in which case he did prove her right. And in this new video with Dolly, there is a guy dressed in what he was dressed in the last video, tied up in the back seat of the truck. So like they're off to do a Goodbye Earl kind of situation. So it's a very cute video. It's a great song. And of course, Dolly Parton's in it. So of course I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah. Can we briefly talk about the hubris it must require to cheat on someone who is obviously going to write a diss track about you and pillory you in public because she's one of the biggest platforms in the world right now?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like doing that to Taylor Swift, honestly. Yeah. And I do say allegedly, and for legal purposes, I consulted with my not lawyer, Erin, here. Yeah. No, she's not my lawyer. She did not give me legal advice. It's a joke. But it also goes to it doesn't matter how beautiful you are, because objectively gorgeous woman, how famous or talented you are. If someone's going to cheat on you, they're going to do it. It doesn't matter. So it's a them problem, not a you problem, honey.
Yeah.
Okay. Your next category is interpretive dance.
You know I had to.
And we got an interpretive dance from Zahkia, which I love. A subject of memes and unfortunately widespread online bullying, who is the Australian Olympian who received a score of 0 during her event in the Paris 2024 Olympics. B-girl name is acceptable.
Yeah. You lock it in.
Lock it in.
Oh, so we can talk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you type faster than I can. And you can spell when you type, which is a big change from me. But it's the breakdancing lady, yes.
Mm-hmm. Raygun. I only have her B-girl name. I want to say her name is Rachel something.
I have no idea because I've only ever heard her called Raygun.
Yeah, let's just go with Raygun. Because, are we lock in Raygun?
Yes.
All right, we're going with Raygun. Erin and Nicole.
We said Raygun.
Okay. Her name is Rachel Gunn, also known as Raygun.
Rachel Gunn. That was way easier.
It's not a huge leap from Rachel Gunn to Raygun. So, I mean, I get the thought process there. Everybody's seen this performance, or at least some of it, or some sort of picture of it. I do support women's rights and women's wrongs. Do I condone the bullying? No. However, it is pretty funny.
I mean, okay. My thing is people talked about how she was dressed. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I didn't have any issue with that at all. It's like, oh, she looked like she's going to play Top Golf. Do you know how B people dress? Just it's fine.
That was not the issue with that performance.
Not at all.
I think Raygun was one of the top Halloween costumes too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would not surprise me if there was an upsale in green and yellow polo shirts and track pants.
Comfy too.
Yes.
Yeah, easy to use again if you need to, just not together.
There you go. You could endlessly wearable. Fashion icon, really.
Yeah.
If we think about it. Your last category in the round is art bleeds into life, bleeds into art. Who is the actress, daughter of a blonde bombshell, that founded the Joyful Heart Foundation, an organization that assists survivors of assault and abuse, which was partially inspired by her time in a role on the longest-running television drama in the United States?
Zahkia, I think we could lock in with that.
Oh.
Okay, let's lock in.
Only once again, you can spell, and I can't. I once called Jonathan Yoda when I was on his team. Not on purpose. That just
and Jonathan hates that soft J, so
You could stack probably about 6 Yodas on top of each other and you get one Jonathan.
So Nicole sent a question mark and I sent a shrug emoji. The longest running television drama in the U.S. is, I think, going to be a soap opera like Guiding Light or General Hospital or one of those. That helps me not at all. I have no idea. So I am happy to throw out a Lucky Johnson.
Oh.
Who?
Who? How do you say her name? Mariska.
Marissa Hargitay.
Because she's someone famous's daughter. I don't know if that's
okay.
Right or not. And she's on the CS or the Law and Order.
SVU, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a guess.
No, I love that.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong about what a television drama is. So I'm totally fine with that because I feel like I remember hearing that she's the daughter of someone famous.
Yeah, me too.
And that would make sense that she works with survivors of assault and abuse since that's what she does on TV. I love it. Yeah, we'll lock in with that.
Lock in with Mariska Hargitay, Zahkia and Anna.
We also said Mariska Hargitay. Her mom is Jane Mansfield.
That's it.
She died. I don't know if I think she died in a car accident when
she
was young. And her dad is a bodybuilder.
Yeah, Mickey Hargitay. So the answer is Mariska Hargitay. Yeah,
good job, Nicole.
Her dad was a former Mr. Universe and actor, Mickey Hargitay, and her mom was Jane Mansfield. Jane Mansfield did die in a car accident that took the top of the car off, and Mariska was actually in the car at the time. She was asleep in the back seat when it happened. So when she was very, very, very little, I think she was like 3 years old. But yeah, she started the Joyful Heart Foundation and ran it for a little while. The foundation's still running. Her role as Olivia Benson, she's the longest running television character on the longest running primetime drama in the United States, or actually I think of all time. So yeah, and that is the end of the round. The end of the round is tied up 30-30.
Woo.
Everyone's doing great. Okay, your first category in round 2 is Viva la Revolution.
Ooh, yeah.
My daughter made an entire trivia game about that we did the other night.
Let's see if it helps.
It didn't help me in that game. I can tell you.
Let's channel your inner Willow and see if it helps today. Yeah. Okay, your question is, Marianne, the personified symbol of France, is usually depicted with what red accessory, also seen worn by revolutionaries during the French Revolution?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, we're locked in.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Nicole and Erin, I think you were about to lock in, but you can just go ahead and talk out loud and give me your answer if you'd like.
Just anytime I picture anything, and especially I think the person that you're speaking of, she has like a red sash on. So we said sash. We don't even know if that's the right word or not for it, but a sash.
Okay, sash. Anna and Zahkia, what do you have for me?
So I just watched a video about Eugene Delacroix and that painting with her in it and all the guys. She's famously bare-chested in that painting. But I do believe she wears a little red hat. Oh, no. It's kind of like to the side, like a little floofy. It's got an actual French name. I don't remember. Not a beret. It's like a special beret. And I think in the video they mentioned that there were other French men that wore that hat in the revolution. So I think it's hat.
So you're saying hat. Okay. You are correct in that it does have a few different names. It is a bonnet rouge, or red hat, a liberty cap, or a Phrygian cap. So it's like this, almost like a pointed hat with the pointed, like folded in on itself. But yes, it is a kind of hat that she wears most often.
Sorry, Erin.
I had no idea.
I have a degree in French and I didn't know the answer to that question.
Okay, your next category, speaking of revolutionaries. A speech by what abolitionist and rights activist was originally given at the Women's Rights Convention in Akron, Ohio in 1851, was rewritten mostly inaccurately and published in 1863 by Frances Dana Gage and is commonly known as Ain't I a Woman? So I want to know who did the original speech.
We can lock in.
Okay. Anna and Zahkia, you can talk out loud.
This is really poor timing because I just took a bite of cookie.
She's busy eating.
Love the
brain-
Girl Scouts.
My brain cells aren't working today. But
That's
Zahkia,
okay.
Zahkia is thinking Sojourner Truth, so we're going to go with that.
Yep. Like, stat sig short, this is Sojourner Truth. There's like a documentary going around about her recently. I'm also stat sig sure that Erin knew this because I feel like this came up on a game of hers that she hosted, like with me in it. So yeah, we said Sojourner Truth.
Okay. Sojourner Truth, Nicole and Erin.
That just stressed me out a little bit. So I use this name in befores and afters a lot because it works. But I think Ain't I a Woman was written by Bell Hooks. And if it wasn't, I'm wondering what the hell I'm thinking of because I had a lot more confidence before you started talking.
Well, Bell Hooks is a great theorist and educator and activist. She wasn't born until 1952. This speech was originally given in 1851.
I am sorry, Nicole.
It's okay.
But the original speech that Ain't I a Woman was based on and is credited to is Sojourner Truth. So there is it's called the Sojourner Truth Project, where they have actually gone back and pulled up like an earlier version that was actually written by a friend of Sojourner's named Marius Robinson, who was actually in attendance at the convention where she gave the speech originally and wrote the transcript. And they've shown the comparison side by side of Marius's transcript and the one that Gage wrote. And they're similar themes, but they're very different. The one that Gage wrote gives it a very Southern dialect, very Southern slave dialect, whereas that's not how Sojourner Truth actually spoke. So if you have a chance, and go take a look at, there's a website for the Sojourner Truth Project. It's very interesting to go see and read what the actual speech was.
Also, Erin, I think I know the bungle here.
I figured it out too. I'm an idiot. That's the bungle.
No. So, you did it with Saved by the Bell Hooks, and Bell Hooks has a book called Ain't I a Woman?
Yeah.
And I answered Saved by the Isabella Baumfree, which is Sojourner Truth's real name, our first name. So yeah, that's what happened.
I mean, that's not, I think you give me too much credit, but I'll take it. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Ain't I a Woman? Black Women and Feminism, 1981.
Yeah, way later.
Yep.
But yes, you in your brain, you're good.
These are all things that people should check out, so it's great to talk about. So love it.
Yes, definitely.
All right, your last category in the rounds is Somewhere in Egypt. Doechii just received a Grammy for Best Rap Album for Alligator Bites Never Heal. What is the name of the third single from this mixtape, featuring Doechii talking through the ups and downs of her life and ending with a breathing exercise turned hyperventilation?
Anna's just like, okay.
Well, Anna hasn't listened to music made past 1995 in a long time, so, unless it's Adele.
Who wasn't in the top 20?
No,
I know.
Bruno Mars. That's pretty much it.
Well, Zahkia is a certified pop girly and ready to lock in if you are.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Zahkia and Anna are locking in. Erin and Nicole, you can talk out loud.
I would like to be on Zakia's team. What was the category again?
Somewhere in Egypt.
Okay. So I do a Name That Tune round every week. And a couple of weeks ago, my Name That Tune round was on people who are performing at the Grammys. Doechii was one. That was the first time I ever heard of her. I don't remember what song of hers I played, but it is possible that it was called Pyramid. And that is the only thing I have.
Sounds good to me. It's better than anything I have.
Cool, because the pyramids are in Egypt.
Yes.
Yep. Let's lock in with that.
Okay. Gonna go with Pyramid. Zahkia and Anna.
Me being a certified pop girly and longtime Doechii fan. I was up on her in 2020 when she was releasing Persuasive and Crazy. I've loved her for a long time. So I'm really happy for her now. But Anna was saying this is a very clever category name. Mm-hmm. Because the correct answer is denial is a river.
Oh.
I am looking for Denial is a River. I love this song, by the way. Like, if you haven't heard Denial is a River, I do recommend going to listen to it because it's a really clever song and it's so good.
It's clever. It's funny. You want to do the breathing exercise with her at the end. Like
You go,
and when she performs it live, she switches up the breathing exercise. Like, yeah, love her.
I loved I think it was on Colbert where she did the performance with her two other dancers and they all had their braids braided together. So they were all linked together.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty good. It was really cool.
She's so fun.
Okay, that is the end of the second round. We got a little bit of separation, but we're all still doing great. Anna and Zahkia have 60 and Nicole and Erin have 30. Your first category in round 3 is comedy ringers. A former dream girl, a Parent Trap's housekeeper, and the author of She Memes Well are all co-stars in what Emmy and Golden Globe winning sitcom, which just renewed for a 5th season.
Anna, would you like to do the honors?
We're locked in. Well, Zakia's locked in with
No, this is a team effort.
Okay.
This is women supporting women. We're going to do this.
Go ahead, Nicole.
No, you had it. You were absolutely right. Yeah, I think it is Abbott Elementary, especially with the former dream girl in the clue.
Yes, so we will lock in with Abbott Elementary.
Okay, Abbott Elementary. Okay, Anna and Zahkia.
Yeah, former dream girl is Cheryl Lee Ralph. Parent Trap's housekeeper is Lisa Ann Walter. Is that her name? Chessie with the beautiful red hair. And I don't know who wrote She Memes Well, but that feels like Quinta Brunson, like considering her BuzzFeed background. So we went with Abbott Elementary.
All right. Well, Zahkia took all of my flavor text.
Oh, no!
Because I am indeed talking about Cheryl Lee Ralph, Lisa Ann Walter, and Quinta Brunson. And the ringers in this case is the ringing of the school bell because it is Abbott Elementary, which is a fantastic show.
Good job, Erin.
Yeah, I watched a lot of BuzzFeed, but in BuzzFeed's heyday, so I saw Quinta a lot. And so when she made the switch to television, of course, I was right there. But like out the gate, Emmys, Golden Globes, she won a Peabody Award in 2022. Quinta is doing the thing. I love it. Love that for her. She's tiny. She's a little thing. she's so tiny. Love her. On the other hand, your next category is larger than life. Winning 3 Laurence Olivier Awards for its West End production and several Tony nominations for its Broadway production. What is the name of the jukebox musical based on a Shakespearean tragedy that uses the music of legendary producer Max Martin and asks, well, what if she didn't?
Yes, Zakia.
You agree?
Yep.
Let's lock in.
Okay.
Cool. So, yeah, musicals based on comedies. We both said Kiss Me Kate, but I think Taming of the Shrew is considered a comedy. So that's not it.
Shakespearean tragedy. Okay. So is there anything with Macbeth? Lady Macbeth? I know there was a play called, I think, The Handkerchief based on Othello. Or was that Macbeth? Yeah, Othello.
That'd be Othello, yeah.
Yeah.
But what if she didn't? Feels like it should be, if not a hint, something that clues us into
Romeo and Juliet. What if she didn't kill herself? Juliet?
Okay. I don't know.
I'm just throwing it out
do
there.
another one of those?
I don't know. Like, what if she didn't? What if she hadn't killed herself?
Yeah. I'm going to either have heard of this 1,000 times and be super annoyed, or never ever have heard of it and be super annoyed.
I'm going to need to come to an answer.
I know. What if we didn't?
Ophelia, when she drowned herself? What if she didn't? I'm so sorry. The best I've got, I was just thinking, what are the big, a tragedy would be, that's a Romeo and Juliet.
But it's based on, so it wouldn't be the name of the tragedy. So do you want to just go with Kiss Me Kate so we have something?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Cool.
Okay. Kiss Me Kate, Nicole, and not Nicole, Erin Anna and Zahkia. I know words. I know words. I know things.
Sure you do.
Team members? Anyone? Yeah. Okay. So, Anna, you're going to see this later this year, yes?
I think it's the last thing of the season. I had to miss part of the season because I couldn't see, but I think it's the last thing of my season this year. Pretty sure it's called And Juliet. I said 6 because it was the only thing I could think of, but that's not about a woman. That's about women.
Multiple.
So, thanks to Zahkia, we went with And Juliet.
Nice.
And shout out Melody and Lorna Courtney. So Melody is a warhead, and she is the mother of Lorna Courtney, who is the star of And Juliet.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah. Okay. So, Nicole, you were so close to right. I don't know that we ever would have pulled the and, though.
Never.
And I suspect that would have been required.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, do I accept just Juliet? But like I said, it's a jukebox musical, so it's all like pop songs from like the 90s and the 2000s. So like Larger Than Life by Backstreet Boys is one of them. A lot of NSYNC songs, Britney Spears songs are in there. The soundtrack is great because it's all songs that I know and love. So. Okay. Your last category in the round is the family business. Irene Joliot Curie, daughter of Marie and Pierre Curie, received a Nobel Prize in 1935 with her husband Frederick, making them the second married couple to receive the prize, the first being Irene's parents. What category did they win the Nobel Prize for?
I told you when we started.
Or that is the autocorrect, and it's legendary.
Yeah, I've had some in my life.
Carmela.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was going to ask what the category was again.
The family business.
So they're locked in, Anna.
Yeah.
So we can chat-a-rooney, but I really have no idea.
And I'm unloaded, so we
Yes, autocorrect turned Anna's unuseful to unloaded. But I am trying to like maybe pick up some hints, and I'm sorry if you hear Chloe, my cat, meowing in the background. It would be funny if it were for peace, you know, like married couple getting a peace prize.
We don't know the answer, so we can go with that.
Yeah, let's do the funny thing and say peace.
Okay, going with Peace Prize. Nicole and Erin, what category did you go with?
So for us, this boiled down to name a category in which they award the Nobel Prize. And we said
Physics.
Yay.
Okay. Physics and peace. So Marie Curie, who was Irene's mother, won 2 prizes, one in chemistry and one in physics. Irene won it in chemistry. The Curie family as a whole has 5 Nobel Prizes.
Wow.
Yikes.
Irene's sister, Eve, also daughter of Marie, was a journalist and her mother's biographer, but her husband, Henry Lebus Jr., received the Nobel Peace Prize for his work. He received on behalf of UNICEF in 1965. So among the Curie family, there is a Peace Prize and a Physics Prize. It's just Irene won it in chemistry.
The chemistry thing is still pretty cute for a marriage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they won it for the discovery of induced radiation. So continuing that radiation work.
Go induce some radiation with Dane later.
Okay.
He's going to hear it and be embarrassed. But I love him.
Yeah, I was writing questions and Waco came out, and he likes to come out and help me occasionally. He goes, "Did you know that Marie Curie's daughter was also a scientist?" I said, "No, I didn't know that." And so I went and looked her up, and I was like, "Oh, wow, the Curies have 5 Nobel Prizes."
That's too many. They need to share.
Wow, that's a lot.
Can you imagine like their holiday conversations? Like, amazing.
All right, so that is the end of the 3rd round. Anna and Zahkia are in the lead with 80. Nicole and Erin have 40.
Oh no, Erin. I'm so sorry.
No apologies in this.
Yeah.
We're all doing fine.
All winning just by being together.
That's right.
Okay, let's talk about the midpoint. Your category is You're a Winner, baby. There are currently 21 competitive EGOT winners. 6 of them are women. For 4 points each, name 5 of these 6.
So this is competitive EGOT.
Competitive EGOT.
So no honorary awards.
No honoraries.
Got you.
Could you please rate your final list?
Yeah, sorry.
Nicole, Erin?
Yeah, got it.
And then I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds. So Nicole and Erin are locked in.
Okay.
And Anna and Zahkia, you have just a little bit of time left to give me your final lists.
All right. So right now we've got Whoopi Goldberg. We've got Barbara Streisand. We've got Viola Davis, and we've got Jennifer Hudson. We need one more. I'm pretty sure Audrey Hepburn has an EGOT, but I'm pretty sure she's got an honorary award in there. So I don't know if that counts. We talked about Cher. Penny Marshall came to mind. I do not know why. I like her. And I'm not sure if Meryl Streep has a Tony. But Anna, since I've been doing so much talking and I really have no clue, I'll let you pick.
I'd like to go with Meryl Streep if we can.
Let's go with Meryl.
Okay.
Okay. So one more time, you said Whoopi.
Mm-hmm.
You said Jennifer Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
J. Hood. You said
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, Streisand. You said Penny Marshall.
Mm-mm.
No, Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep and Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Yeah. All right. Nicole and Erin, who do you have?
I developed an acronym in my head, and it was WARB, but I knew it was war, but I couldn't remember the last letter of it. So for a long time ago, it was Whoopi Goldberg for the W, Audrey Hepburn for the A, Rita Moreno for the R, West Side Story, and then it hit me. It was believe it was Warb, so Barbara Streisand, and then we went with one of the recent ones is who's not in that little acronym is Jennifer Hudson.
Okay, so we do have some shared ones. We have some not shared ones. So let's see what we got.
Good.
So good.
Okay, in the order that they won them: Helen Hayes.
Yep.
Helen Hayes.
Yep. Her.
Rita Moreno, Audrey Hepburn. She did get a competitive one. 2 of them were won posthumously, but she did get them competitively.
Oh.
Whoopi Goldberg, Jennifer Hudson, and Viola Davis. Streisand has a non-competitive EGOT, and I don't think Meryl Streep has either a competitive or non-competitive one. So, but we did get some correct answers in there. You guys did great. Nicole and Erin, you got 4. Anna and Zahkia, you got 3.
Woo!
So at the end of the midpoint, Anna and Zahkia have 92. Nicole and Erin have 56.
Also feels like a war crime for Babs not to have a competitive EGOT.
Doesn't have a competitive one. It's got an
My
honorary
goodness.
one. Okay, your first category in round 4 is Bigger Than the Music.
Kendrick.
This year's Super Bowl halftime show was the most watched of all time with 133.5 million viewers and had cameos by a Grammy-winning, Oscar and Golden Globe-nominated recording artist and a Grand Slam and gold medal-winning Olympian. Name both of these women.
We can lock in.
Okay. Nicole and Erin are locking in. Kia and Anna, you can talk out loud.
Well, thankfully, Zahkia knows pop culture and recent music.
I'm a pop girly. I through and through.
My husband only watches people do jujitsu, so we don't even watch sporting events in this house.
So yeah, I didn't really watch the Super Bowl, but I did watch the halftime show. And I knew Kendrick Lamar was the main performer, and SZA was there, another longtime love of mine. And also on stage, crip walking was Serena Williams.
I didn't even know SZA was a woman until right now when you typed that into
So her name follows the, why am I blanking on the name of that rap group?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Thank you. Like
You're
there's
thinking of the RZA?
Yeah, the RZA. So her name follows that same type of convention, but she's a wonderful lady. So SZA and Serena Williams.
Okay, SZA and Serena Williams. Nicole and Erin, what do you have?
Unfortunately, I did watch the entire Super Bowl. Being from Kansas City originally, it was a sad time in my household. We were very upset about it. But yeah, we locked in with the same thing, SZA and Serena.
So, Kendrick, layers upon layers upon layers of things that he does. So, he's had this beef with Drake for a little bit, which I'd say I'm calling it. Other people have already called it. It's not my call, but he won. He definitely won. But both SZA and Serena have been previously romantically linked with Drake. And Drake is just weird about any woman that he's ever been involved with. I didn't like him for a long time just because he was so weird about Rihanna. I'm just like, what is wrong with you? So it was some extra very, very tasty shade there that he had both SZA and Serena there. Of course, now he's worked with SZA previously. And of course, Serena Williams doing the Crip Walk on stage has another layer to it because she got lambasted for it when she did it at the Olympics when she won a gold medal for the United States. So
do it again, Serena.
Like, just keep doing it. But both teams are correct. It is SZA and Serena Williams. And I have rewatched it a few times. The whole thing's on YouTube. You should watch it. Okay. Your next category is Dear Old Shiz. Settle in, class. Today here at Shiz University, we're going to study analogies. Here's an example I want you to complete. Alpha Bethrop is to Cynthia Erivo as Madame Morrible is to blank.
Boo. Boo.
Oh, yeah. It's like, we're locked in.
Okay.
Michelle Yeoh?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I have seen Wicked, and she... Yes. I think let's lock in with that.
Cool. Great. I haven't seen it yet. I was literally last night just talking to some theater friends and they're like, what do you mean you haven't seen it yet? So this isn't 100% on me. So I'm glad Nicole's seen it.
All right. Anna and Zahkia.
Yeah, my brain was working a little overtime because you said Alpha Bethrop is to Cynthia Erivo. And I'm like, oh, she wants the original Madame Morrible, and that's not what she wants. She wants the Wicked version that just came out in 2024. And I do know that is one of my favorite actresses of all time. Like, I just want to be as cool as her for just a nanosecond of my life. Michelle Yeoh.
I actually don't remember who was the original Madame Morrible on Broadway. I remember a lot of the other principal cast, like Idina Menzel, Kristen Chenoweth, Norbert Leo Butz played Fiyero. Joel Grey was the wizard. Joel Grey, of course, was also the original MC for Cabaret, but I don't remember who the original Madame Morrible was. However, Michelle Yeoh is the Madame Morrible for the movie. So, great job, both teams. You should probably go see it, Erin.
Yes.
I know. It's going to be one of the ones that I watch at home so I can pause it to go pee or if I fall asleep. It's not a big deal.
I'm just going to go to Erin's house. We can watch it together.
There you go.
Whatever.
Make a whole day of
I
it.
think it's kind of a long trip from my house to your house.
It gave me all the feels. I teared up a couple times. It's so good.
Well, I've seen it as a production. I just haven't seen the movie.
Yeah. We were all, when I was in high school, because that's when that musical came out, was when I was in high school. We were all very
like 500 years old now. Thank you.
Oh, I don't mean to make you feel that way, but my story has a point. I swear it does. We were all very obnoxious about that soundtrack. We all loved it so much, and For Good was our class song. So because we were that obnoxious about it. Okay, your last category in the round is your castle is with another princess. Princess Peach is a mainstay of the Mario franchise, but she's not the only princess in town. Debuting in Super Mario Land in 1989, who is the ruler of Sarasaland, and was played by Samantha Mathis in the 1993 live-action Super Mario Brothers?
Pretend like any of those words are actual words in that sentence.
Well, they are words. The flip, okay. Got it. Do you want to?
Yeah, we're gonna lock in.
Okay.
Okay. And it's Kira locked in.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I think I can see her in my head. I think that she's a brunette wearing like an orangey dress, and I know that from, I think, Mario Kart and not from any of the video games or the movie. Yeah. I mean, if we're following the other naming well, it's not a villain. I was going to say Peach, because you've got Waluigi and Wario, but it's not an antagonist.
So is it another fruit name because she's Peach?
Sure.
I have no idea what it would be, though. If she's wearing an orange dress, I don't suppose Princess Orange is a great name.
Yeah. The word Solange popped into my head, but I think that's because Sarasaland tickled that into my brain. I'm going to be annoyed. I know I've heard it. I don't know what it is. So if you would like to pick you want to say Princess Orange?
Oh, gosh, that's a horrible answer, but it's all we got, right?
Yeah. Clementine, Tangerine.
I like Clementine.
Yeah.
That sounds like a princessy name.
Yeah, Princess Clementine.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right. You're going Clementine?
Yeah.
Okay, locked in with Clementine. Anna and Zahkia, what do you got for me?
I think we're going to go with Daisy. I think there's somebody in Mario named Rosalie, but I really need my son to come in here so he can tell me.
No boys allowed.
And then after she said Daisy, I wrote, oh yes, Squat is older. I think that's the answer. Daisy turned into Squat somehow, but we're going to go with Daisy.
But that made me like, what is a daisy squat? Because I worked out earlier today and I did my squats, and I'm like, daisy squat sounds like something that some fitness person has made up. And if it hasn't happened, I'm going to make it up. I will let you know what a daisy squat is.
Well, let's find out. Well, there's learning to squat with Daisy Shaw, Daisy Power. No, I don't think there's anything called a daisy squat. So you have a goal for this year.
Daisy squats, the latest sensation.
Gotcha. Well, I think Princess Clementine is a great name because it would make sense with that orange dress, and I think they should make one. There is a Rosalina. She's from Super Mario Galaxy, so you did have something there. But the one I'm looking for is indeed Princess Daisy, affectionately known as Princess Squat.
Oh, I love Princess Squat as a name too. That might end up like a username for me somewhere.
Okay.
I just lost my phone.
Uh-oh. Must retrieve the phone.
And then I almost lost my computer too right after that.
Yeah, let's not do that. That'd be terrible.
Okay. Sorry.
No big deal. All right. Y'all, can you believe we're at the end of round 5?
No.
Wow.
It went so fast.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or excuse me, round 4. That was the end of round 4. I apologize.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, wow, that was fast. At the end of round 4, and Zahkia have 122. Nicole and Erin have 76. Still could be anybody's game.
We're coming back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Round 5. First category is sound the alarm. Sophie Zhang is a data scientist that worked for a large social media platform from 2018 to 2020. And during her tenure found that there were little to no protections against or teams to investigate malicious actors and bots within the platform. After being fired, she declined a severance that included an NDA and instead posted how the platform was failing to deter these bots and malicious actors blowing the whistle on them. What is the name of this social media platform?
We will lock in.
Okay, Anna. So you and I are on the same page. Twitter is known for bots.
Yeah.
They are the big bots. But there's also something in this, like, what is the name of this platform? And it's not Twitter anymore. It's changed names.
Oh,
So
that's
it makes it makes me think that maybe the name hasn't changed. Also,
Never changing the name. It's always going to be Twitter.
Or some people I know refer to it as Twitter with an SH. But I wondered about Instagram. I know they also had like a bot problem in terms of fake followers. Right. And a little inside knowledge, just a little bit of inside knowledge with Instagram is like of the meta platforms, they have like the weakest security. So I would say Instagram.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I don't remember this story happening. Like I had plenty of time to listen to news in 2020.
Like this is kind of my field a little bit, so
there we go. All right.
Like I feel like I should know this, but the fact that it didn't immediately click to me is like, but let's live wild and say Instagram.
Okay, that's good.
All right, going with Instagram. I didn't realize my mic was muted before, so I apologize. All right, so Anna's here going with Instagram. Nicole and Erin, you locked in first. What you got?
Yeah, if Instagram's wrong, I'm gonna owe Nicole an apology because I said, I feel like bad behavior on one meta property is going to be bad behavior on all meta properties. Large social media platform makes me think that it's not some umbrella company, but I could be wrong. I remember Twitch having a thing during the pandemic at some point where there was a blackout day because of bad treatment of female streamers mostly, which isn't quite the same. I wouldn't call Twitch a social media platform, but like you guys, I'm like, I feel like this is something that I very much would have been aware of and paid attention to, but apparently I didn't. So Nicole suggested Snapchat, which I think is a solid guess. It is a social media platform. It is a large social media platform from my understanding. I don't know. Why'd you say it, Nicole?
I was just thinking the largest social media platforms that like my son uses. So
yeah. So we
said Snap.
All right, we got Snapchat and Instagram. Okay. Sophie Zhang. No, these are great answers. Those are very large social media platforms, and I'm sure they have tons of bots in them. So Sophie Zhang worked for Facebook. This is a Facebook problem, and this is after the whole Cambridge Analytica thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That they were still like not really. She did give them a little bit of grace and she doesn't think it's malicious, but they're not doing what they need to do. And so she did blow the whistle on them. She has testified in a couple different countries actually, and has given support to other whistleblowers in social media for, saying, hey, we need better security, need to actually do something about these bots and other things that are influencing people on a wide scale, which I think is insanely brave because it's a lot of attention. And also Sophie Zhang is a trans woman. So sometimes that attention is not something that makes somebody feel safe. So, but I thought it was very interesting when I was looking at, I'm like, what's in the news? And I came across this story and I was like, wow, because I hadn't heard of Sophie Zhang either, which I thought was insane, especially because it was another thing after the Cambridge Analytica thing about Facebook. And I'm like, how come nobody heard about Facebook not really doing anything about it?
Because we were all watching the Tiger King.
Yeah, we were all watching Squid Game.
Well, I feel like that, and after the Cambridge Analytica thing, we all got kind of burned out about these companies being shitty. Like, oh yeah, they're evil and they're stealing our data, and if you don't know what the product is, you are the product, and it's just so in the zeitgeist now that it's like, it's not even a blip on the radar anymore.
And it has gotten a lot worse on Facebook in recent months, especially with Zuck going, we're not going to fact check anything ever.
Yeah. I'm working on getting all my pictures off so I can get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's a longer process than one would think, though.
Yeah. I've been on Facebook since it was a college only platform.
Me too.
So it's been almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years next year I've been on Facebook.
Oh no, you're right.
That's a lot.
It's half my life.
Oh, me too, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's a long time to be on anything because that's also, man, like It feels like 2000 was just like a couple of years ago. And I did say I've been on Facebook for almost 10 years thinking that it was 2016, and I'm like, nope, that's the wrong year. That's totally the wrong year.
It was 2004, yeah.
Yeah, 2004.
That's when I joined. Yeah,
that's when they launched it. I joined in 2006 because that's when I was at FSU. And then a couple, like maybe less than 5 years later, it became a public platform. So everybody could join. So there's tons of stuff on there.
Yeah, I think Eric was on his like third deployment when I started doing it, which was great then because I could still find all my family and show pictures. And
yeah, something I've done for the last few years is as it shows you memories, and there's stuff that like, this shouldn't be here. I just go and I just delete that post. That shouldn't be there.
I don't like the memories. I haven't liked the memories for a while. Like, I don't like to be reminded about how obnoxious I was.
Every year I get the one because I lived in Hawaii when they told me a nuclear bomb was coming.
Oh my God.
So my husband was at the gym. I didn't want to tell, my son has autism. I didn't want to tell him. So I'm just like sitting there going, oh, just keep doing what you're doing. But I did live on a military base and none of my neighbors were leaving. And they all would have been.
Yeah. It's like, if you see us run, then you run kind of deal.
Yeah. But I'm like, I didn't know I'm like, what am I going to do? I lived literally on Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. Like, I'm on an island. There's only so far we can go.
I'm, like where I live is thankfully that was a mistake. Thank God.
That's frightening.
It was.
Yeah, one thing that Facebook will allow you to do, which is great, because being on a platform for almost 20 years, you have life events that come and life events that go. I had been married and divorced within that time. So I get to, not pull up memories for certain individuals. I'm like, don't ever show me this person again. They're like, got it. Like, okay, your next category is critical thinkers. A Vindication of the Rights of Women, an early work of feminist philosophy, was written in 1792 by this British philosopher and rights activist. It was a response to theorists that believed that women did not deserve and should not receive education. She unfortunately died from complications of giving birth to her daughter in 1797, who would later be famous for writing in her own right.
We're locked in.
All right.
I finally knew an answer. I'm excited.
Okay, go on, Erin. You can talk out loud.
I have no idea.
Mary some. Oh no. Mary. Two or three.
Okay. Does the alphabet trick work for you? Does it start with A? Does it start with B? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. Not Woolworth. Does that sound like anyone? Not Mary Woolworth. Woolenworth. Oh no. Is it Woolenworth? Does that name ring any bell to you at all?
No, but that doesn't mean it's not right.
Woolsworth, something like that. Woolenworth.
Okay.
Woolensworth. Is there an S in there somewhere? How about Mary Woolensworth?
I like it.
We'll lock in. Zahkia, I see your face.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Anna, you take this.
It's Mary Wollstonecraft. She's Mary Shelley's mom. Like, I was excited. I finally knew the answer to a question.
And you were just like, Mary Woolsworth.
Yeah, you were so close.
Mary Woolsworth. Mary Woolsworth. I was like, I have to hide my face because I'm going to give something away.
Wait, what is the name again? What did you say, Anna?
Wollstonecraft.
Oh.
Hey, that was still an impressive almost
Carmela,
pull.
Yeah, my heart was breaking a little bit. I'm like, oh, you're right there. So close. But yeah, I am looking for Mary Wollstonecraft, who is the mother of Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley, the author of Frankenstein.
I think there was a store that used to be called Woolworth, right?
There was. Yeah, there was Woolworths.
We have one here. It's now a craft store.
Oh, really? I thought they were all gone.
No, it's a very expensive craft store. We went in there one day.
Okay. Your last category in round 5. Now we're at the end of round 5. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Stories on stage. With a title taken from a line in Langston Hughes' poem Harlem, what play by Lorraine Hansberry made its debut in 1959?
Poor Anna. I think we're locked in.
Okay. And Zahkia locked in.
You're going to say this, and I'm going to go, oh, yeah, that's it.
We didn't even get to type anything. You got locked in quickly. Okay.
Zahkia types fast.
I do.
Okay. I don't know anything about this, unfortunately. Okay. So Harlem.
So a theater friend of mine is getting married next month. And for his bachelor party last night, another theater friend rented out the theater behind my apartment and did like a variety show roast Taskmaster style event. I haven't laughed. I laughed so hard I re-injured a muscle in my ribs that I had pulled coughing. It was outstanding. And all of the drink sales went to support the theater directly, which is great. And my buddy came over afterwards and I made some Negronis and we caught up. And then all of a sudden it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, which is to say that I had a phenomenal night last night. I am completely pickled and I don't know anything. So like this answer is in my brain somewhere, but there's so many barriers between it and me. I'm never going to get there. And I'm sorry.
Why am I thinking that it has something to do with like a light or a sun or a sunset or a glow or I could be way off base here.
Yeah.
It's Harlem, so it's not a tree. It's not that a tree grows in Brooklyn or whatever that name of that play is. I don't even have a guess. I'm so sorry.
You want to say Kiss Me Kate again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Kiss Me Kate. Got it. And then Zahkia.
I think I was better at hiding my face this time, Nicole, because my
you were getting there.
You were getting there. It's a raisin in the sun.
Yeah, Lee.
In there.
So the poem Harlem starts, what happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun?
Yep.
So I am looking for raisin in the sun.
Even if we had 10 minutes, I never would have gotten there.
Yeah.
Even with Zakia's face.
But you're like, in Brooklyn, in sun. It might happen.
At the end of round 5, Anna and Zahkia have 142 points. Nicole and Erin have 76. So we're getting into round 6. And you're going to start off with Builder of Worlds. Jacasing in game design means to have a non-linear, multiple path approach to scenarios and is a reference to Janelle Jacase, a designer and artist that created the D&D modules Dark Tower and Caverns of Thracia. She created these modules while working with Judges Guild and were officially licensed by D&D's original publisher that went by what 3-letter initialism?
We're locked in.
Okay.
Oh, Erin.
Wizards of the Coast is the only D&D publisher that I know that is both recent and not a 3-letter initialism. Yeah.
I've got nothing on this one. I'm out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah. It's in there too. It's right behind Raisin in the Sun. An initialism is the one that is pronounceable, right? Or is that acronym?
Are you asking me?
An acronym.
No.
Okay.
Is it an acronym? I mean, the only reason I'm asking is because if we're going to take a wild guess, if it is a pronounceable word, that is different than a non-pronounceable word. That's why there's different words for them.
I'll go with whatever you are thinking.
Oh, great. I want to say it's something like MTG, like similar to Magic the Gathering, but I think that might just be because they're both owned by Wizards now and because my brain is made of glass. But let's go ahead and just say MTG.
Sounds good.
Okay, MTG.
We also had no clue, so we just went with WoW, which is not the right answer either, but, it's 3 letters. And it spells a word.
Okay. MTG and WoW. Got it. No, that's good. Good answers.
Are they?
Carmela's very kind.
You gotta believe. So I said initialism because this is my, everyone's got that pedantic hill that they die on. Initialism versus acronym is mine.
Which is it?
The acronym is the one that can be pronounced as a word. And initialism is just the letters like FBI. Okay. So one of you gave me an initialism. The other one gave me an acronym. But the one I'm looking for here is TSR. TSR is the original publisher. So any of our older gamers out there may recognize that publisher's name. This actually, I learned about Janelle Decay's from Waco. Of course, Waco has been playing RPGs since the 80s. And he was telling me, Janelle Decay's unfortunately passed away last year. So he was talking to me about her. And, it was a pretty influential designer, and she had come out as trans a few years ago. And so, one of the most influential game designers in the history of TTRPGs is a trans woman, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I actually named one of my Baldur's Gate characters after her because I thought she was so cool. And so I am proud to put her in a game because I think the work that she's done is great, and she deserves to be remembered. So
see, now I needed my daughter for a question. Multiple reasons.
Okay. It's round 6. They're going to be hard when I mostly put in for me. So that one was for me.
I like learning stuff.
All right. Your next category is heavy as the crown. Since these long-tailed island-dwelling primates have a matrilineal at the core of their social hierarchies, and the females of the species tend to be the dominant of the species, perhaps Julian the 13th should have been a queen in the movie instead. What is the name of that species?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Nicole and Erin are locked in. Anna and Zahkia, you can talk out loud.
I was going to type the same thing, right? Zahkia typed lemur, and I typed back initial instead of lemur. Yes.
Yeah.
Long-tailed animal I can think of.
Yeah. Their island, Madagascar is the island. Sure. I don't know. Did she need us to be more specific than at lemur? Because there are ring-tailed lemurs, or
no, you don't have to be more specific.
Okay. You want to go lemur?
Yeah, lemur.
All right. Looking for lemur there. From Anna and Zahkia, Nicole and Erin. What do you got?
We also went lemur.
Okay. Lemur and lemur. Sounds like an ill-advised law firm. Okay. You are right, Zahkia, in that they are ring-tailed lemurs specifically, but I do have lemurs as my answer. Both are acceptable. So King Julian, voiced by Sacha Baron Cohen in the movie Madagascar, probably could have been voiced by his wife, Isla Fisher. So, because it would have been a queen that ruled that kingdom, not a king. So very good. All right, your last category before the gauntlet is staying power. And I'm going to try very hard not to mess up this lady's name. Oksana Chusovitina has had an amazing gymnastics career. She has competed in 8 Olympic Games, the most of any gymnast in history, starting in 1992 and ending in 2020. However, there are rumors that she is trained to qualify in the 2028 Games. So since 1992, she's only missed the 2024 Games. Throughout her career, she has competed for the Soviet Union, Germany, and most recently for what Central Asian country, a former member of the Soviet Union?
Sure.
Okay, we're locked in.
I remember hearing about this lady and thinking she was super cool, and then apparently not remembering anything else. Is she Ukrainian? Is she from Ukraine? Is that why she didn't compete in 2024?
That might be it.
She's from Ukraine, and it used to be Soviet, and it's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that I don't know. We were listing off all the stands.
All the stands.
I feel like maybe she's Ukrainian.
And it's very difficult when your autocorrect keeps changing.
Yeah, I had to type it so many times.
I had to put my glasses on to see. Do you think it's, I don't know why, but I can't even say it. Kyrgyzstan is somehow ringing a bell.
Okay.
You wanted to say that?
Yeah, I have very little thunder. I think both of those.
Either.
Yeah, both of those fit the bill. Yeah, Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
Kyrgyzstan. Locked in. Anna and Zahkia.
I was going through the stands while Zahkia was fixing her computer. It does sound like Ukrainian, but I don't think Ukrainian's in Central Asia. So I said Kazakhstan, or we said Kazakhstan, excuse me.
No, you said it and I liked it. So, because I had nothing. But yeah, we went with
Until you got to that, I was like, oh, she's Ukrainian. And then you said where the country was. And I said, probably not Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Ukraine is indeed in Europe. So it's Eastern Europe. So the stand countries are a good way to go. You both gave me a stand country. Unfortunately, it's not the right stand. I'm looking for Uzbekistan. That is where Oksana is from. Yeah, I heard about her, and she is currently 49 years old, is still in amazing shape. And I think she had some sort of injury that kept her out of the 2024 Olympics, but she is trying to get back in to compete in 2028 when she will be...
Holy crow. I can't even do a
in her
squat
50s.
without clicking. I can't imagine gymnastics.
Same.
I bet she does daisy squats. That's the secret.
You know what? I bet she does do daisy squats. But yeah, it's the most out of any gymnast because, you know, gymnastics is incredibly hard on the joints. And to still be doing it, you know, when you're pushing 50 is amazing. So, but I thought she was super cool and I wanted people to learn about her.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. That is the end of the regular game. Anna and Zahkia have 152 points. Nicole and Erin have 86. And we are going into the gauntlet with a category. It all comes back to Dolly. We started the game with Dolly. We're coming back to Dolly.
Our wager's locked in.
Our wager's locked in.
Okay. It all comes back to Dolly. So let's find out what that means. Dolly contributed $1 million through her research fund for the COVID-19 vaccine developed by what American pharmaceutical and biotech company?
Our answer is locked in.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, you want to flip a coin? It's
Yeah, either
well,
it's one of the two. Right?
or is it? Because Johnson & Johnson had one too.
Oh yeah, I felt like it's asking for the first one. Was there one that was earlier? I feel
It's not necessarily asking for the first one, is it?
Okay, so it's 50-50 basically.
Yeah.
So it's either Pfizer or Moderna, right?
Is Pfizer an American company? Or are they... Why do I think they're German?
Oh, I don't know that.
Am I confusing them with a different company that's German? A lot of companies are German.
I
mean, Johnson & Johnson is an American company.
They're definitely, yeah.
Moderna, I have no idea. I'd never heard of them until the COVID vaccine, so I have no idea. And I could be wrong about Pfizer, too. I feel like, but I might be thinking of like Bayer or something. They're definitely German. I don't know. Hey, Alexa, roll a 3-sided die. 2. That's Moderna, right?
Okay, let's do it.
Cool. Our answer is locked in.
Your next question. If you can't say anything nice about anybody, come sit by me, was said to Dolly Parton by Olympia Dukakis in what 1989 film, also starring Julia Roberts?
We're locked in.
Hell yeah, banana bread.
Our answer is locked in.
And your last question in the gauntlet. We all know the amazing cover by Whitney Houston, but Dolly Parton wrote the song I Will Always Love You in reference to her professional split from what entertainer whose television show Dolly had a regular spot on?
Okay, we're locked in.
Our answer is locked in.
Thank you. All right, let's roll back to the top. What was the name of the American biotech company that Dolly gave $1 million to help fund and research their vaccine for COVID? Let's go with Nicole and Erin first.
There were 3 COVID vaccines. There was the Pfizer, the Moderna, and the Johnson & Johnson. I think maybe Pfizer's not an American company, but I don't actually know. We didn't really have any thunder, so I asked Alexa to roll a D3, and she picked 2. So we went with Moderna.
Okay, well, with Moderna, Anna and Zahkia.
That's a lucky dice roll.
Yes.
It is Moderna. Pfizer is American. They're headquartered in New York. I know I talk about Michigan all the time, but they used to have an office in Ann Arbor. So very familiar with Pfizer, but it is.
I did look Pfizer up. They are indeed American, but they were founded by 2 German immigrants. So that's why that might have come to you. Your next question. I keep calling her Olympia Dukakis and Dolly Parton and Julia Roberts were all in what movie in 1989? Anna and Zahkia.
That would be Steel Magnolias.
Oh.
Well, I still watched movies. That movie is fabulous and hysterical and makes you cry and laugh, and it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie.
Nicole and Erin, what did you answer?
You said Pretty Woman, not the right answer.
Pretty Woman, Steel Magnolias. And your last question in the gauntlet. Dolly Parton wrote I Will Always Love You in reference to her leaving a professional partnership with this entertainer. Nicole and Erin, who'd you go with?
Before we answer, if we want to just answer the last name instead of the first name we typed, are you going to be okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. In that case, I threw out, I was like, I think it's like a Mike or a Steve or an Alan or something. I think is it Jack? Well, okay, whatever. I think I think the last name is Parr.
No, yeah.
You said you want to go with Parr, and that's what I wrote down. So,
okay, good. Yes.
So she said Parr, Anna, and Zahkia. What'd you write down?
We wrote down Hunter. I don't think that's this man's name because I've heard her say this man's name 8 million times, but I can't remember what it is. So we went with Hunter because that was stuck in my head.
Okay.
Parr sounds good.
Let's start with what you guys agreed with. Both said Moderna. Moderna is indeed the right answer. Woo. I do have the Dolly shot. I was very proud to get the Dolly shot. And we'll continue to get Dolly boosted. So Moderna is correct there. Steel Magnolias is the movie I was looking for. Not only it has those three women in it, it's also got Sally Field. Daryl Hannah's in that movie. Shirley MacLaine's in that movie. Everybody's in that movie. So many people.
Tom Skerritt.
Tom Skerritt's in that movie. So many people.
Somebody handsome plays Julia Roberts' husband, but I can't remember who that
is.
It's
either Dylan McDermott or
one of those two,
or Dermot Mulroney. One of the Dermots.
Dermot Mulroney. I do get those guys confused as well. Dermot Mulroney and Eric McDermott. They both they don't look the same.
They not at all. It's the Dermot. That's not common.
All right. And the last one, Jack Parr was the original host of The Tonight Show. So that's what you're looking for there. The guy I'm looking for, his name was Porter Wagner.
Yes. Stupid name with the stupid guy.
Yes, I knew he had a name. Like, that's how I got to Hunter, I think.
Yeah, I saw the logic when you wrote down Hunter. I'm like, yeah, I see how she got there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's Porter Wagner is that guy's name.
I was so off in every possible way.
I wasn't even in the ballpark.
There is no ballpark. We're playing soccer.
You named a guy with a television show.
Eventually.
In that time frame. I think it was great.
We just said an occupational surname.
That's also true. Okay, so unfortunately, both teams missed the gauntlet. And so I don't know if there's really a whole lot of drama to be had here. But Anna and Zahkia, you were coming in with 152 and you missed it. What did you two bet?
We bet 22.
Bet 22.
Because I tried to do math in case they doubled up.
All right. 130 is what you will end with. Nicole and Erin, you came up with 86. What did you bet?
Go big or go home.
They did indeed try to double up. So betting 22 was the right way to go. Nicole and Erin, you were going to finish with 0. However, all of these points are made up. Yep. None of it actually matters.
Yep.
I had a fantastic time, and I think everybody did great today. So, but for Jonathan and the listeners at home, we do have a winner. Just so you know that I did run the show correctly. And then Zahkia, you do win today with 130 points. So congratulations!
Yay. Congratulations!
This was a hard set. I learned a lot, and I love it.
Good. I'm glad. That is my goal. I do. I thank you guys for being here with me today. And as the winner of being on the winning team, Anna, you get to do any shout outs, any causes you want to promote first. So this time is yours.
Yeah, I like to say support trans kids, support trans women, support the LGBTQ community in general, and be nice.
Yes to all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Nicole.
My shout. Oh, I didn't win, so I still get to do a shout out.
You still get to do it. You just get to go second.
I'm going to shout out, kind of going on that method. My husband is a pastor, and he routinely talks about supporting LGBTQ community. So, yes, I'd like to shout out my husband.
Wonderful. Glad to hear it. Okay, well, that is the end of our time together today. I can't believe it's over already. I'm sad. Like, genuinely, I'm sad. This is one of my favorite episodes to do every year.
Killed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to do it last year. So, and I don't think I did it the year before because I was out of town. I keep going out of town in March.
You have to stop that, Carmela.
I have to stop. I just have to stop. But no, this is a blast. Thank you all for being here with me today. And thank you at home for listening. I hope you had a good time and you got to learn something. And I will see you guys next time. So for Nicole, for Zahkia, for Anna, and for Erin, my name is Carmela. And this has been the Women's History episode of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
You guys did fantastic.
Yay! That was fun.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped trivialwarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit propodcastingservices.com.